will seek to engage stakeholders, including health professionals, students, traditional leaders, and the general public through seminars, creating dialogue and raising awareness. In studio, we have the group who are putting this together. So Mavis Asantopoulos is a senior community mental health officer with the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. Hello, Mavis. How are you doing? Opening Kwejo Dako is programs manager for the Heart for Disabled Foundation, and Elder Benjamin Oseidu is the president and founder for Heart for Disabled Foundation. Welcome to our studios, gentlemen and lady. Okay, so let's begin this conversation. What initiated this thought? Why is there a need to create this awareness tool?
All right, thank you very much for such a wonderful opportunity. The reason why we are inspired to bring such project to Ghana is we want to reduce stigma in mental health issue in Ghana.
Okay.
It's about time that we need to redefine our mental health discourse using music. We want to add the creative art industry to the campaigning of this. We can all attest to the fact that many Ghanaian communities in Ghana are having mentally challenged. And then it is about time every single person in Ghana should understand that when we redefine the way we are doing campaign for mental health in Ghana, using music, it can travel far than everything. Because we know that if music become household name in our houses, our community, our churches, it will help to reduce stigmatization.
Okay, so I'm sure that you've done some research before before this. What are some of the misconceptions, or what are some of the things that you found about mental health that you thought that, wow, it blew your mind?
Yes.
You speak to that, Mavis?
Yes,
okay,
I would like to talk to that. So, looking at the mental health statistics in the country currently, I think that the last one WHO came out with, that about 10% of the country's population has a kind of one form of mental illness. And if you're looking at 10% of the whole total population, that is over 31 million people.
That's a lot.
Suffering from one form or the other of mental illness. And out of this 3.1 million, about 16,000 are severe cases.
Okay.
So that's just a huge number we are looking at it. And if you look at the treatment gap, this same statistics is making us understand that 98 of these people are struggling to get treatment. So which means it's only 2% of the total population of the 3.1 million that actually has access to mental health services, which, looking at it, leaves a very big gap. And hence, mental health needs to be looked at again to make sure that people have that misconception about it, that mental health is actually spiritual.
Yes.
People don't feel like it's a medical condition. It's actually a spiritual condition. And any person who has a mental illness is dangerous.
Yes.
And therefore doesn't need to be taken care of. And, people don't even have the idea of where do we start from? How do we know this is a mental health? So the early signs, people are not aware of it. So those are the kind of misconception we actually want to break.
Okay, so what are some of the early signs in creating awareness? What are some of the early signs to look out for to know that, hey, you're heading into the red zone when it comes to mental health?
Yes, I always try to put this across when people ask what are some of the early signs. When we say somebody has a mental illness, it's not when the person has taken off the dress. That is a different issue.
Like when the person running through the streets.
Those are different issues we are looking at. But imagine you are not able to even sleep at night. Throughout the whole night, you don't have any pain, no headache, no body pains, nothing. You can attest to the fact that you are actually not thinking about anything, but you cannot actually sleep. That should tell you that there is something going on in your subconscious. Secondly, you can also see that you have some specific pain at a particular portion, at a particular part of the body. You are always having these pains. You've seen all the necessary, medical professionals. You've taken all the medication. You are still feeling that pain. You have to seek for mental health care.
Okay. Are there particular places on the body where you feel...
No. Just so let's assume you have this headache. You have taken all the painkillers. You have seen all the doctors. You are still experiencing this headache. It can be any part of the body. It just has to be something that you have, taking steps towards, but you are still feeling it. You should look at it. Even when it comes to your diet and your eating, you feel like, I still want to eat, or I don't want to eat. Nothing actually pushing you. When you look at the definition for mental health, it's a state of physical well-being.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't actually need to be like you are actually sick, like as in sick lying down, but you should be fit psychologically, socially, emotionally.
Okay.
Whatever you are doing shouldn't have interference in your daily life.
Okay.
So if you are doing something that interferes with your daily life activities for people to notice, then you have a mental health issue that has to be looked at.
Okay. So, for instance, if some a friend or a member of your family is a very vibrant person, and you find that the person is now keeping to themselves or staying indoors, these are signs that you need to look out for.
Exactly. Okay. So, or maybe somebody had there was a grief incident, something has happened, we've all grieved, we are all okay. This person is still grieving.
Okay.
You have to, even if the person was the closest person, no, there is a time for everything. So if the person goes beyond that time, then we have to seek mental health care for such a person.
Okay. So what sort of mental health conditions are common in Ghana?
In Ghana, so currently we have the depression, which is currently common.
Okay.
Depression, anxiety, those are the common ones that
Is that on the rise? Is depression and anxiety, are they on the rise?
It is, because I think I was going through one of the WHO. If you look at where it was in 2020, and if you look at where it has gotten to in 2025,
right.
I can't remember the exact statistics over there, but like you can feel the gap.
Okay.
It's actually going hard because there is so much pressure in the economy currently.
Okay.
Economic, too much to giving birth, going to school, looking at the country's economy, it's putting so much pressure on the young adults, and even looking at the way young boys and girls are now even abusing substance should tell you that mental health issue is now becoming something else.
Okay, okay, so depression and anxiety is is one of the common ones. Yes. Which other mental health conditions are there?
We have schizophrenia, which is also now being popping up. Initially, certain diagnostic tools were not there to be able to assess. Okay. So we might think those conditions were not there, but due to the 21st century with new updates, we noticed that no, these conditions are actually there. Okay. So schizophrenia, we had this bipolar affective disorder now popping up, being too much in the system.
Okay, right. Okay, so now there is the need for this tour. I'll bring in now Elder Benjamin. You're president and founder for the Heart for Disabled Foundation. Yes. Why did you decide to join this campaign?
Yes, we all know since this mental health awareness creation, there are so many doctors, there are so many people, or so many sympathizers who have taken part to create this mental health awareness education. And the reason why Heart for Disabled Foundation has turned the awareness creation a bit is, we all know when you talk about music,
right.
Sometimes when you wanted to discuss something with somebody, maybe the person can say, oh, maybe I will not get time for it. But the moment you turn the discussion into the music, the person will have time and listen to you. Okay. That's why this revelation came. And this is a very new revelation that the whole world, there's nothing like that has happened before, because there's no musicians who have sit down and create music to promote mental health, except Heart for Disabled Foundation. So I think this music to create awareness, we know that with the support of Ghanaians and other people, we can do more, because music traveled a lot. Yeah. And this is our motive of,
joining the campaign,
yes,
being part of it. Right, yes. Okay. Mavis, can you run us through the activities lined up, which regions we are starting from, which people are following the train, how we can join the fray?
Yes. So we are going to start a 16 regional tour. Okay. We'll be launching this particular project on the 13th at the Medina
Bride of
Christ Church. Right. Yes, so we'll be launching it. So we'll be engaging communities, schools, churches. Okay. We'll be visiting schools to give health talks. There will be health screening in various communities. Okay. There will be, as we said, music, creating of music in various departments to bring out what we are trying to say.
Give us a mental picture of how that's going to be like.
The music. The music.
We have recorded
videos and music
so
that we actually.
The producer can play that video for us to just talk more about that.
Okay. So this is, we'll stand up. Have a listen. Okay, so this was created purposely for this. Okay, so how can we join the fray? How become part of this campaign?
So maybe you might have to so 13th join us at the
launch
to see what you can be joining us on our social media handles, which will be giving out.
So YouTube is Heart for Disabled Foundation GH. So when you go there, just subscribe and watch more of our videos there. When you go to Facebook too, it's Heart for Disabled Foundation, and then other social media handle bears the same name. And then you will see a lot of our music there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just watch it.
Okay. And so we've had a conversation on a mental health awareness tour that's set to happen. The launch is on the 13th of September, and it's going around all the regions in Ghana. In studio, the curators for this tour, Mavis Asantwapoku, is a senior community mental health officer with the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. Opinion Kwejo Darko is programs manager, Heart for Disabled Foundation, and Elder Benjamin Osei Edu is president and founder for the Heart for Disabled Foundation. There's more on this, and if you want a recap of this whole conversation, is on our socials. We are GTV Ghana everywhere. We take a break. When we come back, there's some music in the studio.